Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
I'm Chisholm. I'm just Chisholm. I'm just Chisholm. I'm just
That's great.
I'm just Chisholm. I'm just Chisholm.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
That's great.
Hey, what's up, Fockers? Welcome to Fock Boys, episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This week, we're talking about 2010's Baby Fockers, just the Christmas chunk. I'm Adam. You're in.
We're getting all chunky in here because I'm Steve, the cushy bottom, the big bad anal boy.
The big kahuna.
Right. That's what I meant by big bad anal boy, was big kahuna.
Well, very Merry Christmas angels at Cadillac Jack's Fockers to you, Steve.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, and keep the Christ in Christmas.
No.
And let it snow. It's also past Christmas at this point, so we hope that you all had a great Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
We hope that you were with your loved ones and were able to, kiss them.
And may all your Christmases be white. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very clear. Are we white? We haven't decided yet.
We're everything. That's the beauty of God. We're made in the image of God, which means we're a little bit of everything. That's why we support all Stars and Stripes on the show, because we encompass all the stars and the stripes.
We're the melange. We're the spice.
That's right. I've got a Mr. Brown's in a tiny little mug made for Mr. Brown's. It's got Humpty Dumpty on it. It's going to be a good day.
That's beautiful. I think somebody should edit out that 2-second blurb about Mr. Brown's coffee and send it to them. And hopefully we can get our second sponsor.
Bro, if we can't get Papa John's or Pure Flakes, by the way, I've completely given up on getting Pure Flakes. I am focusing 100% of my efforts on getting Papa John's to support this show, but I'll also throw a bone at Mr. Brown's if they show interest first. But if they show interest, I'm throwing my bone right down their hole.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for living the dream. I appreciate all the work that you do on this podcast. I had a couple of opportunities over the past couple of days to get Papa John's, and I passed.
Well, it was my birthday a few weeks ago now, and for my birthday, my wife was like, what do you want for supper? And I said, the only thing I can think of is a piping hot, extra large donair pizza from Papa John's. It was Terrific Tuesday, so we got to get 50% off. And, as always, delicious pizza. When you split an XL with your lover, you get 5 pieces. And what better way to celebrate your 34th year on this planet than with 5 pieces of delicious Papa John's pizza?
I mean, get at us, Papa John's. Splitting XL with your lover, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That makes a commercial. That makes a brand. Get us on your team. You know what we're doing.
You want an ad read? Here's an ad read for you. Hey, Papa John's, the finest of the cheap and crappy fast pizza places. Papa John's reigns supreme. They're not as good as your local pizzeria, but they're better than Pizza Hut. Blah. So use promo code Fock Boys for 40% off your favorite pizza this year at Papa John's.
Oh, that was great, Adam. My only note is that we replace crappy with, how about slappy?
I love it. The small, cheap, slappy pizza restaurant that just won't quit, with a butt that won't quit. Papa John's.
Here's your contract for $1 million.
Thank you. Yeah, I love when people accuse whatever art it is of selling out, when it's like the instant I get a sniff of selling out, I'm selling everything. I'm selling my soul the minute someone makes an offer. Give me money. I don't care. It's the best. Sell out.
It's definitely the best. I would want to buy an island. I need island money if I'm going to sell my integrity.
Yeah,
especially this show's integrity.
I want to buy the island of Haiti, my home, my country, my king.
Wouldn't that be great? We could use all the Haitians to love.
Expand.
Well, I was thinking about using the Haitians for our benefit, but then that went down a very dark road, and just thought of love. Baby.
I think I see where your brain went, and I appreciate you for walking back from that line.
Yeah, it's not a good line to walk down. We love Haiti, we love our home, and we want the best for all Haitians.
And like all Haitians say, Fockers rule, and live your best life.
Give me the Christmas chunk, baby.
That's right. The 2010s was a wild year. We got a threequel. Not even the Shanghai franchise got a threequel, but the Fockers franchise gets a threequel? That's bonkers to me.
It made a lot of money. Do you want to know what the budget for this film is?
Oh, well, here's the thing. It's most of the budget had to have gone to all of the mega stars that are in this movie.
Yeah. The reason why this is an hour and 45 minutes is, well, because of the 5-minute chunk at the end that doesn't need to be there. But also because the first, 40 minutes are just introductions or bit parts of the who's who of Hollywood.
That's amazing. I would love to hear how much they paid to make this movie, to get stars like Barbara Streisand and Dustin Hoffman, who were in the last one, and Owen Wilson. I didn't know he was in these, or I'd forgotten. As soon as his name popped up in the credits, I went, oh, I might have to watch this whole movie. And then I watched about 10 minutes of it and went, I don't want to watch this whole movie, that's for sure.
It's a terrible watch. You got Jessica Alba making everything spicy and sexy.
Yeah, playing a character named Andy Garcia, which I thought was funny enough. Enough. Yeah.
There's a bunch of little jokes that are funny enough.
Please.
That's how I definitely would classify them.
Call them little Fockers, please.
Yeah, that's why this movie was named Little Fockers. Definitely not because of the children that are barely featured.
Yeah, definitely not because the initial title of this movie was Baby Fockers, and someone went, we probably can't get away with that. We could, let's field test it and see how people respond to a movie called Baby Fockers, but then they went with Little Fockers instead, which sounds kind of worse to me, I'd say.
Well, the corporate drone came in and suggested Slappy Fockers, but that's his suggestion for everything.
Yeah, he said call it Baby Slappers, and they were like, well, we have to keep Fockers in the title. We can't get rid of that in the title.
It's the whole thing.
I want a movie called Baby Slappers. Please put Ben Stiller in it and Bobby Deniro, please.
I can't believe they didn't retroactively change the title of the first movie from Meet the Parents to something with Fockers in it.
Right. Focker Meets the Parents or something like that. Focker's Big Day Out. Hey.
Either or. Those are great titles.
Listener, if you think the word Focker is funny, then strap in for this episode, because we're going to be saying it a whole fuck ton, that's for sure.
And it essentially did get him the second and third movie, at least the third.
Well, for sure. And as soon as they were like, what if we named Ben Stiller's last name's Focker, but what if we named him Gaylord as his first name? And you went, well, why would any parent do that to a child in the world? That's a cruel thing to do, but fine. I guess that's the joke. I haven't seen
Dustin Hoffman, he's eccentric.
I haven't seen Meet the Fockers, and I haven't seen 80% of Baby Fockers, but I did see Meet the Parents non-Focker edition in theaters. And
of course.
And it was a rambunctious, righteous time. Hey, we got to do the Fock Boys prayer, though. We haven't even gotten to that yet.
Yes, let us pray.
All right.
God
Fock, our podcast. God
bless
Fock,
all
Fockers.
We love Fockers.
Perfect. Beautiful prayer done by two beautiful boys.
We love you, and we love life.
We love you.
We're just filled with the sauce.
And we're not filled with oranges because it's past Christmas and we're not eating oranges ever again, maybe.
If you as a listener are peeling your first orange, getting ready to eat a bunch of orange during this podcast, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Shut up.
If you as a listener, how's that sound?
Yeah. Great.
Great. Groovy.
We don't say groovy enough on this podcast. We gotta replace Fockers with groovy after this episode.
Meet the Groovy? No, we're not changing the name of the movie to that.
I just meant in the amount of times we say a thing.
Oh, I mean, I do like the idea of changing our just like team name to the Groove Boys. I think that's a cool name for a crew, so I'm into that. If you want to be a Groove Boy with me, let's groove, baby.
Yeah, let's groove, baby. It's more on the pulse of what's going on in society right now. I think society doesn't need any purity. It needs some grooviness, baby. Yeah.
Society needs to get focked. I'll tell you that much.
Man, we're firing on all cylinders this morning, I tell you.
There must have been an ad campaign for this movie that was like, this Christmas, bring your family to the theaters to get fucked. And then there's Ben Stiller being like, oh, Jessica Alba, help me stick this tube up this man's bum. And she's like, I'm a drug rep, but sure, I'll do that. Why not?
Yeah.
But we're not here.
Kevin Hart can't do it, so.
Well, of course. And we're not here to talk about the first hour and 34 minutes of this movie. We're here just to talk about the final 5 minutes of the movie, because that takes place at Christmas time. Baby Fockers Christmas. I watched about 15 minutes of this movie leading up to it, like the first 10 to 15 minutes, and then when I don't want to do this anymore, so let's skip to the end. So I don't know what happens in this movie, although I can probably guess based on the little breadcrumbs they left at the very start. But you watched more of it. How much of this movie did you watch?
I watched more inches of this movie. A couple of nights ago, I watched 54 minutes.
That's most of it. That's most of it.
Well, it's an hour and 45 minutes, so it was about half, which is true. Crazy.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of laughs? Did you crack a lot of smiles?
No, it was more. The most thing I thought while watching this 54-minute chunk was, who is this movie for? Because it's not very funny for kids or adults.
Godfather.
The storyline blows.
But the Godfather. He got Ben Godfather, and that's the whole movie. Ben still got people Godfather, and then he acts like one, and he looks like one too.
Well, Greg Focker's brother-in-law cheats on his wife.
Gaylord Focker,
gets divorced, so he can no longer be the God Focker.
Right, Dr.
Or
Bob.
whatever.
Yeah, Dr. Bob, get out of here. Robert Deniro can't wait to carve your picture out of all of the family photos. He's so excited to do it and rip you off the genealogy. He loves carving. Oh, he loves it. And is that like... wait a minute, what are we doing? We haven't even gotten to everyone's favorite segment of the show yet. Why we're leaping into this Focker talk?
Well, we're not talking about the movie that we're here to talk about yet, so I thought it was fun.
Oh, that's fair. Well, that's true. And also, can I just say, I really like the. I think we should introduce a segment on the show called Focker Talk. I think that's a good name for a segment.
I really want to do who was the Beggar Vance, or whom the Beggar Vance was.
Who was the Beggar Vance in this movie? Yeah, that's a great question. For a lot of these movies that we've watched, we return to that question of who is the Beggar Vance in this movie, and
whom is the Beggar Vance? I think is a better segment title. But...
Yeah, whom is the Beggar Vance in Baby Fockers? My guess is that it's the Owen Wilson character. He plays a character named Beggar Vance in this movie, and.
Just to go back to last week, whom was your Beggar Vance in Christmas at Cadillac Jacks?
My Beggar Vance pick of the week. I think that the Beggar Vance in Christmas at Cadillac Jacks was probably Joe Jenkins, if I had to guess. He was the one kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes.
I was thinking about this last night, and I think that's the obvious pick. My dark horse for Beggar Vance of the week is probably Madge.
You know what? I was going to say Madge. Actually, I think you're right. I think we need to stop pushing this narrative that Joe Jenkins is the Beggar Vance of Christmas at Cadillac Jack's and accept the fact that Madge is the Beggar Vance of Cadillac Jack's. Everybody knows that. It's obvious.
Is a segment. This is so much fun.
It's a breath of fresh ass when you see Madge come onto the screen. I just gotta say.
And she's kind of ghostly. She's mysterious. She's like, the teacher of the room.
Yeah, she loves to gossip. She's a 54-year-old woman who spent her life being a waitress at Cadillac Jack's and still wakes up every morning and goes, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not gonna stop. You can't fucking make me.
Yeah. Or she's currently dead.
Probably
and she's
dead.
A little mischievous, but serious, and overarching character for the home film. Yeah. That's my pick for Beggar Vance of the week.
You know what? I support your pick, and I think that you really hit the nail on the head with who is the Beggar Vance of Christmas at Cadillac Jack's. Well,
perfect.
Now that we've gotten everyone's new favorite segment out of the way, we have to get to everyone's old favorite segment.
The Kevin Sorbo Tweet of the Week.
So, should we do Beggar Vance of the week the week after we watch and record a movie?
Yeah, is this Kevin's tweet?
No.
Oh, then yes, I agree. Yes, I agree that we should... so the week after we talk about the movie that we just watched, and then who's the Beggar Vance in that. So obviously this week we did it perfectly by talking about Christmas at Cadillac Jack's. Next week we'll talk about Baby Fockers' Christmas chunk, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, because we really have like a week to ruminate on it, you know? You get to really figure out whom the Beggar Vance is.
Well, exactly. That's the biggest problem with watching these movies and then immediately talking about them is I don't have time to think about whom the Beggar Vance is in this movie.
Okay, perfect. Let's get to the tweet, shall we?
Yeah.
This is at 1:31 p.m. Don't know how I feel about that.
Late.
December 7th, 2021. If Liar's Pants really did catch on fire, the news would be much more fun to watch. Period.
Kevin, don't quit your day job and become a stand-up comedian. I feel like I wrote that joke when I first started doing stand-up comedy. I guarantee I have that joke in a notebook somewhere marked 2008. And the first joke I ever wrote, I just stroked it off right onto the page, and there it is.
I feel like I was doing pants on fire jokes when I was 10 or something.
Right, but you didn't have the wherewithal to connect it to the news and the liars on the news, the fake news, you know?
It's definitely true. I wasn't going after the news. I was probably going after Zordon or something. And I definitely didn't know how to use commas yet, so it wouldn't have made sense.
No, God, no. I mean, to be fair, you still barely know how to use commas. And a semicolon? Don't even ask. No thanks.
Well, yeah, semis are not my oeuvre.
No, you're a real, I don't know, grammar wizard. I don't know. Thanks, Kevin. Great. Liar, pants on fire. Great stuff as always, Kev. Never change. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Great grammar. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. And I hope Santa brought you everything you asked for.
Perfect.
Just wanted to let it ride for a second, just to see what you would do if I just stopped talking and let the music run.
Well, the answer is
yeah, that's true. You blinked your eyes, and on your eyelids you'd written "Fock" and "me" across them, and I just couldn't believe it.
Holy fuck me is right.
Oh man, I know we've said this before, but the idea of the students at his school, at Indiana Jones's school, just writing messages on their eyes for him. Like a boy in that girl blinks and it says I love you or whatever the hell it says, and then the boy next to her blinks and it just says "suck me" across his eyes, and Harrison Ford's like, I don't I don't know. This is 1930. We're going to be arrested for this. I can't do that.
I had no idea what you were talking about until you said "suck me." Then, my brain started flooding with memories, and I'm pretty sure we did talk about that.
Right. It's like when a smell passes through your nose, and you go like, "Oh, I remember being in class and seeing students say suck me to the teacher. Oh, I remember. It all came back."
Is there a Pureflix version of Indiana Jones? I know Indiana Jones is already Christian as frick, but
actually, I think there is.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into it a little bit more, but I think there is like an Indiana Jones globe-trotting adventure movie on Pureflix. I can't tell you any more than that, but I feel like there is. We could probably even get away with watching the Indiana Jones movies on here because most of them are about religious artifacts from Christianity. So we could make a case for it, more so than Baby Focker's Christmas chunk.
Definitely not a lot of God talk in this, even in the Christmas chunk, which is pretty terrible. It's sacrilegious. I can't believe they got away with it.
I love the Christmas chunk of Baby Fockers, and because it's a Christmas chunk, but it's mostly Hanukkah.
But there's a Christmas tree in the background, and they're definitely celebrating Christmas.
But the first thing you see is a giant menorah on the wall. Like, I'm talking 5 foot high, fully engulfed in flames because all those candles are lit. 8 crazy nights playing on the TV. It's Hanukkah season, baby.
It is Hanukkah season, baby. And 8 days sounds better than 1 day.
Right? Yeah. Instead of 1 day, they have 8 crazy nights. It's the Festival of Lights.
Maybe we should do Hanukkah stuff next year. I guess that's probably not on Pureflix, though.
Oh, no. God, no. You type in Hanukkah into Pureflix and they cancel your account.
Yeah, they charge you an extra hundo and then cancel you.
Yeah, they go, this is for wasting our time, Jew boy. Get out of here. You go, I don't like you calling me Jew boy. I think that's in poor taste.
No.
David A.R. White.
Yeah, but they had to do it.
Yeah, and it's within their rights. I mean, God's chosen people. What an affront to Christianity to just swing your trim dinger around going, I'm God's chosen people. Then why are you trimming your dinger? Leave it alone if you're the chosen folk.
And Pureflix is very litigious. They got the right Christian lawyers to draw up this contract, so they made sure they could charge any Hanukkah worship. Correct.
When you don't read the terms and service and just click yes, accept, you're guaranteeing that you are Christian as frick and you are not Jewish and you will not use Pureflix to promote any kind of Jewish propaganda. That's why you won't find Baby Fockers on Pureflix because there's big menorahs in it at the end and we don't want that here.
I'm just looking up Christian lawyers just to see what I get.
Right. Probably a lot of lawyers named Christian, I would imagine.
Yes. And also there's ChristianLegalFellowship.org. So seek them out if you need Haitian Christian legal representation. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till they have to fight themselves in court when we hire them, when Pureflix sues us, when we hire that Christian law firm and Pureflix has also hired them, and then the 2 lawyers in that law firm got to go head to head in court and just fight it out. Just like Apocalypse 4, Tribulation. Or
Revelation.
Judgment. That's the one. That's the big court case. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, well, they get mixed up in your head when you're not doing them for a podcast.
Yeah, and I'll tell you which one doesn't get mixed up in my head. That would be Apocalypse 5 Deceived, because it sucked. And I'll always remember it.
We just kind of did the plot and shut her down. Yeah, that was fun.
No, we didn't even do the plot. We didn't do anything. You hit dingers and then we ended the show. You hit a perfect dinger out of the park and we went, well, we can't get any better than this. That's the perfect ending. A dinger? Goodbye. Have a nice life.
I'm 90% sure we got most of the plot out there.
Well, maybe. You know what? I know more about Apocalypse 5 Deceived, and the listeners probably know more about Apocalypse 5 Deceived than I know about Baby Fockers from 2010.
That's very true. They know it all, and we don't know anything about Baby Fockers except for the chunk.
This movie came out 11 years ago. What a wild, different time. What a world. We were all worried about 2012. It was coming, 2 years away.
Well, back in 2010, they were very concerned with making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And the only way you could sustainably do that is by making Focker movies.
Yeah, it was the only franchise that was printing money at the time. Marvel hadn't quite, they were only 2 years into doing their thing, so they hadn't quite hit their stride yet. And the Fast and the Furious franchise had maybe done like the fourth movie, maybe the fifth at that point. So they were just kind of figuring things out too. But the Focker franchise, they hit the ground running, and they knew this thing's got legs, so just let it run. 3 Fockers, give it to them.
So, do you want to know what the suspected budget for this movie was?
Suspected by the police? I'd love to know how much they suspect this movie cost.
Yes, the police report on this movie says that they had a budget of $100 million.
And like 70 million of that went to paying the stars and the cameos that are in this movie. We've got,
at least,
who do we got? We got, on the Jack Burns side, we've got Bobby Deniro. We've got a woman who plays his wife, and I don't know who.
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta playing Robert De Niro's wife. We've got the star of Christmas Oranges, whatever her name is. All right, off to a bad start. On the Focker side, though.
James Tito. No, Terry Polo.
Terry Polo, that's the one. On the Focker side, we've got King Focker himself, Ben Stiller. We've got Dusty Hoffman. We got Barbara Streisand. Who else? Who else do we got? Right there, that's like...
Is that Barbara Streisand? I don't think that's Barbara Streisand.
Who is that then? It's not Bette Midler, who I initially had it written down as, but that's Barbara Streisand. Yeah.
See, I'm thinking of Bette Midler when you say Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, see? They're kissing cousins. They're the same person. So, you know, all old white women look the same to me. I just got to say, as a Haitian man, all old white women are exactly the same person to me.
Sexy as frick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Good enough for poke. So... Yeah. Who else do we got? We got Owen Wilson. We've got Deepak Chopra. Huh? That's a cameo that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Who else?
Keep going. We got Kevin Hart.
We got Jessica Alba playing a person named Andy Garcia. And watching this movie, I just want to say something about Jessica Alba real quick. Besides the fact she's a total cutie, big crush back in the day. Blue crush back in the day. But also, I recently, for a different podcast that I was doing a long time ago, watched Good Luck Chuck, the Dane Cook Jessica Alba movie. And she's the best part of that movie. And watching this, I was like, oh, I think I actually just like Jessica Alba. Like, I think Jessica Alba brings a nice presence to movies. And it's always a pleasure to see her in movies. So come back to us, Jessica Alba. We miss you.
She is a delight. Her acting gets quite a bit better throughout her career. Her in Idle Hands is a treat for the eyes. I'm talking about pushing white all over the place.
Oh, come on. Pushing
That's not gross. That's natural. But her acting in that, I thought it was a little wooden.
I've never seen Idle Hands. I don't know. I don't know anything about Devon Sawa's career. I don't watch it, and I'm not interested in it.
You're missing out. He's so creamy. I mean, Little Giants? Talk about Little Fockers.
Yeah, that's true. I have seen Little Fockers with Rick Moranis and the fridge or whatever that girl's name is in it, and the little dweebus who gets wrapped in bubble wrap. Yeah, I know Little Fockers. You don't gotta quiz me on Little Fockers. I know it.
Yeah, so you do know Devon Sawa's career.
Yeah, I know everything about Devon Sawa's career. Name a Devon Sawa movie. I'll tell you exactly what happens in it.
Final Destination, Idle Hands.
Well, I love Final Destination, actually. Yeah, that's true. Okay, maybe I'm a big fan of Devon Sawa. Turns out that this big dumb fucker over here loves Devon Sawa. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, mom and dad. I know for years I've been telling you, stop getting me Devon Sawa merchandise. I hate him. But now I'm embracing it.
Well, Idle Hands used to be my favorite Halloween movie for years.
Does it
it's
take place?
Fun. It's light.
Does it take place at Halloween?
Oh yeah, baby. Everybody's dressed up. The Offspring are there.
Whoa, what? Bioengineer, lead singer of The Offspring? Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
Yeah, they play the high school show, obviously.
Wow. What a bad time for The Offspring. What a low point in their career. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. They're playing a high school show. Americana's The Offspring are playing at a high school.
Hey, save me $250,000, you know?
Yeah, for real. Yeah, wow. That makes me so sad. Not even the Vans Warped Tour getting canceled has made me as sad as hearing that Offspring were playing at a high school in a movie.
Yeah, it's a very prestigious Idle Hands movie.
That the Halloween classic Idle Hands.
Yeah,
Watch
it.
I'm gonna have to. I know Seth Green is in it. Maybe he smokes a bong out of his neck or something. Does he? 'Cause he's like a zombie in it at some point.
Yeah, he dead at a certain point, but also undead. And then they smoke a bunch of weed.
So what I'd like you to do now for the rest of this episode is explain in great detail the plot of Idle Hands to me, and I'll sit here quietly and just listen.
Okay, so Devon Sawa is the coolest man alive. He doesn't go to school and is basically going to get kicked out. And
stop telling me about
weed.
Just stop telling me about Devon Sawa's life. Start telling me about Idle Hands.
He has a pipe made out of his inhaler, out of his puffer for asthma. So that's really cool. And that's about the whole movie.
So what I've learned about Idle Hands today is that Devon Sawa is in it. Also, Devon Sawa is a loser who's going to get kicked out of high school because he can't stop smoking weed. And that's a fact about Devon Sawa that is unrelated to Idle Hands.
That is in Idle Hands, believe it or not, and he used to be a great boy.
I won't believe it. I'm going to choose not. You said believe it or not, I choose not.
Okay.
All right.
Ripley's.
Yeah, not. Dean Cain, Christian superstar Dean Cain.
Dean Cain?
Oh, Dean
I
Cain.
want to really get into Dean Cain. I love Dean Cain. I want to be wrapped in him.
We haven't even touched a Dean Cain movie yet. There's so many.
I know.
And we picked some real trash for Christmas this year. I gotta say, we watched 3 pretty crappy Christmas movies this Christmas. Not Christmas at Cadillac Jacks, that's a classic. Including Baby Fockers in there, but not one of them.
Christmas Oranges?
Oh, I loved Christmas Oranges. You know, maybe just Christmas Angels sucked. Christmas Angels sucked. Sorry, Kevin. We hitched our horse to the wrong wagon. We shouldn't have been a Kevin Sorbo podcast. We should have been a Dean Cain podcast. I've said that since the start.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the tent online. He doesn't have the cachet.
You're right. Yeah, and you're right. And I just love Dean Cain. He's my Superman.
I feel like Superman hit me at the perfect age. If I was like a year older, a year younger, I wouldn't have been that much into Superman, but I loved his Superman. I would watch that all the time on television.
Oh, yeah. I remember there was an episode where the villains froze everyone in time, but they could still move around, and I was like, yeah, that's really creepy. I would not want that to happen to me. Someone's going to look at my dinger if that happens to me. I don't want to get frozen and unfreeze and my pants are down and my dinger's out. What a nightmare that would be for me.
What is this, the Outer Limits? That's too heavy for 7 p.m. on a Thursday night.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's a good slot. 7 p.m. on a Thursday? That was the Friends time slot. That's amazing for Superman. Sorry, The Adventures of Lois and Clark. I apologize.
Yes, but he is our Superman, and they were great adventures.
They were.
It was a delight.
They were great adventures. You're absolutely right. So what are we here talking about today? We're talking about 1992's Angels in the Outfield. We're here talking about 2010's Baby Fockers. Well, maybe we'll see what comes up in the future. If we might end up watching Angels in the Outfield.
No,
maybe.
we're never going to do it. Mark my frickin' words.
Yeah, you bet. We're saving it for the start of the baseball season next year. We're going to watch Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the Year, Little Big League. What's the one with Charlie Sheen?
Wild Thing.
Thing.
It's called Major League.
Major League. Back to the minor league. That's the one we're going to watch.
Bull Durham.
Field
Field
of
of
Dreams. Yes. Yes.
We should definitely do Field of Dreams, Angels in the Outfield, and Rookie of the...
Well, let me run this by you right now, Focker, while we're talking about it. And probably should have this conversation off air, but you know what? Let's let them see how the salami's made.
We got time.
Instead of Cowgirl Summer next year, do you want to just do Baseball Summer? Let's just do Baseball Summer. We just watch baseball movies all summer. Don't act like you're not down for that. You and I are buying tickets to our local, we're buying season tickets to our local baseball team next season. Don't act like we're not excited about baseball.
I'm literally playing a game of baseball right now on my video game console.
I know. I can see it in your eyes.
And I am so into baseball that, but like, do we get rid of the girls? Do we get rid of the horses? The dreams, the hope, the ranches.
But we did a Cowgirl Summer. We haven't done a baseball summer yet.
I'm in, but I feel like we should do a baseball spring and then a Cowgirl Summer.
Well, then what is this show?
Whatever we want it to be.
That's
it's
true.
Groovy Boys, baby.
This is Fock Boys, the grooviest podcast around. And let's change our name to Fock Boys. I like Pure Boys, but I think it's time to embrace a new reality, and that is that we're truly Fock Boys at heart. And what are people are going to stop listening because we're not Pure Boys anymore? We've been Fock Boys all along. It's the same amount of letters.
And we're still going to be Adam and Steve, probably.
Yeah. I mean, you'll be Gaylord, and I'll be another Focker. I don't know. What's Dustin Hoffman's name in this movie?
Well, I don't know. I just refer him as the Dust. So
yeah, I refer to him as sexual creep Dustin Hoffman.
Is he a sexual creep? Did he do bad things?
I think there was something that came out that was like, in 1965, Dustin Hoffman pinched my butt at a party, and then people got really mad and tried to cancel Dustin Hoffman. I don't know the extent of his crimes. I don't know, but I remember that his name got a light Me Tooing last year. Just a touch of Me Tooing.
Okay, well, I'll do my own research and get back to you. Does that mean I can cancel the PureFlix account?
No. Oh my God, no. Don't you even consider it. We still have so many movies to watch. We're so far from baseball summer. We're months away from baseball summer. We have so much Christianity we need to get through.
We're definitely a few months from baseball summer. I'm going to watch so much baseball this summer, and I would love to do that. I miss Cowgirls though. Like I love the summer, but maybe we can make a new summer.
Here's what we do. It's a Fock Boys baseball summer, and then Midweek Freak Treat is now Cowgirl movies for the summer.
The whole summer? I want to watch 5 minutes of a Cowgirl movie.
Just a random 5 minutes of a random Cowgirl movie every week.
That seems...
I don't hate it. No, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. We'll ruminate on it.
On
it. Good podcasting?
Nope, it's not. So let's get into Baby Fockers. 2010's Baby Fockers, Christmas chunk, a.k.a. the last 5 minutes of the movie. The whole Focker family gets together for Christmas Oranges, Angels, and Cadillac Jacks, and it's a beautiful thing with a big menorah.
And this scene has... no need. The movie has ended. I watched the last 2 minutes
Coward.
And, Frank calls
Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happens to the Godfocker. I can imagine. Wait. I watched 10 minutes of this movie. I'm going to predict that Jessica Alba's character tries to get Ben Stiller to cheat on his wife with her, or he almost cheats on his wife with Jessica Alba's character. He does the speech for the boner pills. He accepts that money. Then some Focker things happen, and Bobby De Niro has a heart attack, I'm guessing. And then Focker helps everyone because he's a male nurse, and that's the most shameful thing imaginable according to this franchise. And then at the end, the whole Focker family comes together. Dustin Hoffman, everybody's there, and it's a beautiful ending to a beautiful movie.
And Greg becomes the Godfather.
Greg does officially become the Godfocker.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. But as Greg even says in this movie, I have no desire to sound like I am in any way in charge of anything in this house. And I wrote down, Jesus, Gaylord, what happened to you in this movie to just shatter your confidence like that.
But apparently that's endearing because it seems like everybody loves him for saying that, and it's humble. I think it's humble.
How much do you want to bet that there's a scene where Ben Stiller hooks someone up to a lie detector machine and tries to do the lie detector thing from the first movie?
Oh, there's definitely a lie detector. Did you not get to the part where he has to shock himself?
No, I saw that.
Defibrillate himself?
That's insane. That was insane. That Robert De Niro ripped cords out of his precious lie detector and shoved him into his heart because he was having a heart attack, and it somehow helped him.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't work because the heart needs to be stopped in order for the need of a defibrillator.
No, the heart just needs to be in distress. A defibrillator isn't going to start a heart that's stopped beating. All it's going to do is correct the incorrect rhythm that's in the heart.
Oh, right. You're right.
It's actually false in movies where someone is dead and they shock them and it brings them back. That's not how it works. The chest compressions is what will kickstart the heart again, from what I understand. And the shock is just kind of get things, realigned once they're going again, I think.
I believe you're right. I think I learned that too.
I've taken several courses of first aid. Don't really remember any of it. Hope to never have to use it because... Oh, geez, I don't want that kind of pressure. Oh my God. Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, it's a hope you never use type situation.
For sure. And I'm scared that if I ever am in a situation like that, I'm going to be pointing at people being like, you, Focker, go call 911. Hey, you, Focker, go get the defibrillator thing. And you, Focker, get me the rest of my McDonald's. It's over there on the counter.
And feed it to me.
I need my energy while I'm doing chest compressions. I want to drop chewed up fries in this person's mouth while I'm giving them mouth to mouth through a rolled up magazine.
It's a slurry of terrible moments.
Yeah. Are we just describing Gaylord Focker's life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So, why are they all together at the end?
To have Christmas together? Everything's done in the movie.
Well, what happens in the last 2 minutes of the movie? You said you watched a little bit beforehand. Fill us in on what the final moments of Focker's life are.
Well, I think what happens is that Greg and Frank get into a fight. He has a heart attack, and then I think he saves him. And then I just watched the part where he calls him the real Godfocker. And that Bob was never going to be the Bob father.
Does he say that?
I think so, yeah.
Well, I hope he calls him the Bob Focker.
Because he fucked him right out of there.
Yeah, he told him to get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, there has to be, I guarantee there is a scene in this movie that when Robert De Niro is having a heart attack, Ben Stiller is trying to give him mouth to mouth, and Robert De Niro is like, no, don't put your lips on mine. Like, I guarantee, or there's like a moment where he's like, don't enjoy this, Focker. Hey, Focker, don't you enjoy this? And Gaylord's like, I'm going to enjoy every second of this.
Well, I'm sure that happened throughout the trilogy whatsoever. You didn't go to the 45-minute mark and watch the penis thing?
No. No, as soon as you said there's a penis thing, I was like, I'm here for Christmas, not for, dingers. So I don't care. But what I know Gaylord Focker is like in talks to endorse a boner pill. So what's the boner thing that happens at 45 minutes?
Well, Robert De Niro takes a boner pill.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course he did. Jeez, of course. I should have seen that coming.
And then Greg Focker comes home late, and Robert De Niro still has the boner.
Of course.
And then he's like, "Have you had that for more than 4 hours?" And he did. So he has to like jab his dinger with the EpiPen, and one of the kids sees it.
Right, because he puts the EpiPen in his mouth, and he's like, I gotta put this EpiPen at the back of my throat, and then need you to put your dinger in and hit the back of my throat so it'll poke the head of it with the needle, and then it'll make it go away.
And then the kid sees it.
Yeah, and the kid goes, now everything makes sense. Birds and bees, I understand now.
Oh, little Focker.
Oh, I'm the little Focker. Oh, I didn't realize.
Rob Hubel is in the scene just before this happened.
Okay, yeah, we're talking the big stars are coming out now. Rob Hubel,
Yeah.
star of Children's Hospital.
Playing a dink. I swear
Of
he was
course.
a dink in so many movies around this time.
Yeah, into current day. I think Rob Hubel is just a dink.
Nah, well, yeah, he's definitely a dink.
Or he's a dink face, at least. He's at least got the face of a dink.
He's a Slender Man dink.
Absolutely. So, okay, what else can you tell me about these Fockers?
That's about it.
Okay.
I didn't watch or pay attention to the first 54 minutes all that well. I mean, I'm assuming everything happens that you think is going to happen. Jessica Alba, like you said, tries to have an affair with Greg Focker.
Yeah. He
Does
says
it
no.
successfully, and there's a huge divorce, but he still gets to be the Godfather.
Of course, yeah, he's the Godfocker. Bob was never going to be the Bob Focker, so don't even worry about it. They weren't going to call him the God Bob. That would be insane.
No.
What an ego trip that would be.
That would be absolutely insane. I do know somebody says Swami Salami at one point. Not too sure what that's in reference to, but
in
it's
your
not cool to
notes?
say.
Just in your notes, huh? Swami Salami.
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee
Swami
they're
Salami.
talking about somebody. They're going like, he's going to give you the Swami Salami. Maybe they're talking about Deepak Chopra.
Well, Owen Wilson is in the scene, so it definitely could have been Deepak Chopra.
I bet it was. Yeah. He's got the Swami Salami for sure.
That's pretty much my notes. Oh, I think somebody's driving Han's car at one point.
Someone's driving what?
Owen Wilson.
Someone's driving Owen Wilson's car at one point. Like Lightning
No,
McQueen.
Owen Wilson is driving Han's car from Tokyo Drift.
What? Whoa.
You know Han?
Yeah, I know Han from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Of course I know Han. His car is in this movie?
Well, Owen Wilson is driving an orange car that looks very much like Han's car from Tokyo Drift.
Does he acknowledge it? Does he go, "Hey, look at me, I'm Han"? And as he drifts around the corner and takes out a bunch of garbage cans?
Yeah, and then explodes and dies.
Yeah, because Jason Statham was there and he hit him with a car and then shot his car and blew it up. But then he actually didn't die and he just faked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Swami Salami.
That's Swami Salami Han, you know? Hey, it's me, Adam Focker, the Swami Salami, and so Dustin Hoffman gives a very nice gift to the children at the end of this movie. He gives them his OG whoopee cushion. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh,
Beautiful.
So there must have been something in this movie where like Ben Stiller was like, "Hey kids, you need to be more serious. You can't be joking around as much and having so much fun." But then Dustin Hoffman's like, "We need to let the kids have fun. They need to fuck around, you know?" So I bet that's why he gives them that and then goes like, "Pick and flick your boogers and fart in each other's mouths and sneeze in their eyes and do fun kid stuff, kids."
Yeah, only if it's dry. Don't do wet ones.
No, God,
Boogers,
no.
that is.
Dry ones, though, flick them right into the candles of my menorah. I don't care. It's fun.
Yeah, that's what Dustin really imparts on these kids is the freedom of childhood. Do what you feel.
Mm-hmm. And in the 70s, you could get away with anything.
Or the 60s.
Or the 60s. Or whenever that creep was creeping around. Unsubstantiated.
Not the 50s, though.
Not convicted of anything. Just convicted in the court of public opinion. That's all.
He was convicted, too?
Yeah, in the court of public opinion, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was convicted.
Well, what do you think about Dustin Hoffman's wrapping job on that whoopee cushion? It looks like that wrapping paper is barely attached.
They probably had to do a loose goose because of the, takes that they had to do.
Right.
This probably took like 50 takes.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to get children to unwrap a present. There's no way that's going to go well.
No, especially with like fake, set wrapping paper.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, did you know that wrapping paper in movies is actually made out of tobacco leaves? Did you know that?
I did not know that. Is that true?
Yeah, it's cheaper than regular wrapping paper.
Why isn't everybody using that then?
Because it's way worse for the planet.
Oh, it's way worse.
Yeah.
Does tobacco use more water or something?
Oh,
Or
wait.
nutrients?
It uses way more water than paper.
What's the nitrogen count?
Oh, 6 to 12.
APBs?
Oh, a million of them. You wouldn't believe how many APBs there are. The FOCs
Okay, cool.
and the APBs? Oh, yeah.
That's basically what happens in the last minute chunk is Dustin Hoffman rules and everybody else rules.
There's lots of great stuff. He gets Robert De Niro to lift his leg because the kids go, what does this whoopee cushion do? Which, like, how do you not know what a whoopee cushion is at this point? But fine, little Fockers, it's fine. So Robert De Niro lifts his leg and Dustin Hoffman squeezes it and makes a fart sound. And even crusty old Jack Byrne, a.k.a. Bobby De Niro himself, has to chuckle at a fart sound. How could you not?
He cracks a chuckle. Everybody is having a great time. A whoopee cushion is a great place for Christmas.
For sure. Oh, there's got to be a conversation that happens in this movie where they have to tell Robert De Niro to like relax a little bit, to be like, "Hey, I know you're really worried about your family and you want what's best for your family, but me, Gaylord Focker, me got it. Don't even worry, bro. You can relax a little bit because me, Gaylord Focker, me got it handled. And I'll run this family long after you're dead." And then Bobby De Niro can now laugh at farts again.
That is definitely the point of the movie and probably the through line for the whole thing because Robert De Niro has a heart attack, a mild heart attack at the beginning.
Yeah, of course.
And needs to just chill out, bro.
Yeah, then
Do you think there's a weed scene?
Oh, 2010? Maybe. I wonder if there's a scene where like Barbara Streisand like puts something in Robert De Niro's drink or something like that. Like she has a plate of weed brownies out and he takes a couple bites of one. Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, 2010s, there probably was a scene like that. Maybe we should have watched this movie.
I bet you it was in Meet the Fockers. Everything good was probably in Meet the Fockers already.
Yeah, this movie really did feel like just like, well, I guess we got to do another one. Time to fart out another Focker. Here it is.
Oh, you're going to give us $100 million? I guess we're going to do this. Jesus, little Fockers.
Who do you think got paid the most money in this movie? Was it Ben Stiller, the star, or was it Dustin Hoffman, the creep who shows up for 15 minutes?
Well, I think it's between De Niro and the other guy you mentioned.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I kind of feel like Christmas Angels probably got a good chunk of cash.
I feel like definitely Christmas Angels did, but Ben Stiller is probably two-handing this. He's probably like a super producer on this one.
Hey, can we take a second to acknowledge that Dustin Hoffman says that he trimmed Robert De Niro's pubes while he was unconscious?
Well, it wasn't a trim job. It was to get DNA, to get data.
But any hair would have done. Why did he choose his pubes?
That's where all the genes are.
That's where all the pre collects.
Yeah, it's closer to the and the is where our pure DNA is. So you got to get it from the pubes.
That's true. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Duh.
Listeners, I took a screenshot of when Bobby De Niro realizes that Dustin Hoffman trimmed his pubes, and he doesn't look, let's say, he doesn't look thrilled about it. He's not like the happiest cat on the block, I'll tell you that much. I'll send it to you in the Skype chat here, Focker. You can see what I'm talking about. Maybe?
Yeah, and we might put it on Twitter.
No, I'll definitely put it on Twitter. Don't you worry about that. But yeah.
Okay, I got the Skype chat up, and I'm viewing. It's loading. It's loading.
It's loading.
And he's already got the yarmulke on that he got from Dustin Hoffman.
No, he got that from Barbara Streisand.
Well, same. They're a couple.
Yeah, but they're giving him different. They're not. It's not from him.
Yeah, you have a point. Yeah.
And his yarmulke says Jack on it, so that's very nice. And he looks like not happy to have it. No. Here's a yarmulke, and he's like, I'm not wearing this stupid little Jewish hat. I'm not doing it.
Well, I'm glad it doesn't say Jewish on it, but maybe all yarmulkes should just say Jewish.
Just so you know, yeah, lots of people wear yarmulkes in different ways, shapes, and forms. So this one, just to specify, this one's for Jewish people.
Very much so. It's a tiny hat.
after they trim Robert De Niro's pubes and send it in to the genealogy people, we find out that he is 1/23rd Israelite. And for some reason, Robert De Niro's like, well, I don't agree with that. And I'm going to be contesting that. But thank you for the nice gift. It's like, bro, just what's the problem? Why are you so mad about being accused of being an Israelite?
Well, he's very old school. He's very matter of fact, and that's his whole character, is that he's straight to the point in the most bizarre way possible.
No.
He says, I dispute the findings, but I appreciate the gesture.
Correct. And he's but I don't get it. he hates the idea of being Jewish. He just hates it.
Yeah, 1/23rd even. He can't handle.
No thanks. What percentage of me is that? And they go, I don't know, it's about your pinky, like a pinky finger's worth. So he cuts his pinky finger off and he goes, my finger offends me. I must remove it. My nose offends me. I'm cutting it off to spite my face.
I mean, he could have just shaved off some skin. He didn't have to take an appendage.
That's a very good point. Also, they give him the Jewish name Yaakov, and everyone keeps going, Yakov? Like Yakinov? Which, if they would have made a fourth Fockers, there would have been so many jokes about him being a Yakov Focker or whatever, the whatever ridiculous name they're going to call him in the next one.
Yakov these nuts.
Exactly. Yakov, my son, is what they'll say to him at some point. Like his dad will show up and be like, Yakov, my son. We don't like
Little
that.
Fockers.
Who would play his dad, though? Who would play Bobby De Niro's dad in a fourth Fock? Stop sending me I'm Chiz Jism. I know who you are.
The chocolates are kicking in, and I am Chiz Jism right now.
Oh, my God. So what do you want to see out of a fourth Fockers?
I definitely want to see more Jinxie Cat.
Yes, Jinxie Cat is
he's
dead.
The star of this whole thing.
He's dead. That cat is dead and in hell.
He's alive and he's thriving, especially without Jack.
Of course. He's going to piss in Jack's ashes.
I want to see more infertility jokes.
Yeah.
Like maybe the son is an adult now and he's meeting a Greg Focker of his own right. I don't know.
So wait, it's called Meet the Fockers, the Next Generation, and it's about the baby Fockers are now older Fockers, and they're dealing with, maybe it's like maybe the fourth Fockers is about these kids being in high school and being cyberbullied for their name, and then it's like 13 Reasons Why, but in the Fockers universe.
Yeah, I think that was pitched.
Every reason was you made fun of me for the name Focker. That's why. I mean, they could call it 13 Fockers Why. The name's right there.
Call anything 13 Fockers Why.
That's true, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what they'd call it. Fourth Fockers is a good name. Fourth Fockers is a great name, actually, for the fourth. You know what it is. This is the Fourth Fockers. We're not even going to come up with a clever title for it. It's just called Fourth Fockers. You know. Go see it, pig.
That's a good title, I think. Go see it, pig.
Yeah, Fourth Fockers, go see it, pig.
I love this movie. What do you want out of the Fourth Fockers movie?
I want more. Instead of we need to update it for the modern age. So instead of a lie detector scene, maybe Ben Stiller could waterboard his daughter's boyfriend or something like that, or just something to modernize it for modern audiences. We know that lie detectors are infallible, but waterboarding, we've learned, is infallible, and people will only tell the truth when they're being waterboarded. So maybe that's a whole plot.
Waterboarding is pretty old.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we don't use it as much now, but we certainly were using it in the early 2000s.
Very much so, but this came out in 2010, so how do you even mix the two, you know?
Right, what are we doing now? What could maybe Focker's son is radicalized or something. Maybe he's becomes an incel, and he tries to overthrow America with a bunch of hillbillies and it doesn't work or something like that. I don't know, something crazy and out there like that. This is not a political podcast.
We're getting to it though. We're definitely on the pulse.
I think so, yeah. Who's the big bad in Fourth Fockers?
Charlie Sheen?
Sure, that would be a great addition to the Fockers franchise. He is not allowed. He's not allowed to be in scenes alone with kids, though. Him and his tiger blood have to stay far away from the children.
It could be Tom Cruise in a Charlie Sheen makeup situation.
What if it's Charlie Sheen in a Tom Cruise makeup?
I don't know if you could get the rights.
You don't think Charlie Sheen could play a convincing Tom Cruise?
I don't think so, no.
Why haven't they just done that in a movie? Why haven't they just like, you know how there's like celebrity cameos where celebrities will play themselves, like in Ocean's 12 where Julia Roberts plays Julia Roberts and it's great. Why don't they just have movies where like somebody else is playing a real person and like that's the cameo where it's just like, oh, and like this guy's hey look, Bob Saget's here, and then it's Charlie Sheen and he's like, hello, I'm Bob Saget, or whatever it is.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal playing Tom Cruise.
Exactly. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I guess that probably already exists in lots of movies where celebrities play real people.
Yeah, maybe.
It's called
who knows? Who could tell?
It's called The King's Speech. Everybody knows.
Haven't seen.
Me neither. Who cares? A man can't talk, then he can talk. Big whoop. Give it an Oscar.
Is that what it's about? I gotta see that movie, baby.
I know. Fourth Fockers. God, you know, it's such a rich, having not seen the second one or most of the third one and barely remembering the first one, you know, I kind of feel like I could come up with a really good Fourth Fockers plot.
Yeah, we could hash it out. There'd have to be a Cadillac's Jack type diner at some point.
Why not just make it Cadillac Jacks?
Yeah.
I mean, we can rank it.
I can tell you this much about Little Fockers. I cannot wait till next week till we get into who's the Baker Vance of Little Fockers.
Yeah, I got a feeling. As the Black Eyed Peas would say, I got a feeling. I think I know who it is.
I got some ideas, and it might astound and amaze, just like Baker Vance.
It's Jessica Alba.
No, I'm going a little bit more twisted.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
my favorite
or it
kind of
could
tea.
be him. Anyways,
we'll discuss that next week.
Yeah.
Hey, here's something I was thinking about this morning when I came up with the name Fock Boys for the show. Why aren't there like wacky comedy, Christian comedy? Like, why isn't there like a Talladega Nights for Christian comedy? Like, why are Christian comedies not good? Why aren't they like really? Why aren't there wackier, more over the top, ridiculous ones? It just seems like they're missing out on something.
it's definitely rich for comedic humor, and I feel like it's probably in the can somewhere. Like, somebody has had to have written this movie, but Will Ferrell passed, and then Owen Wilson passed, and then what else do you have?
Here's the thing, man. Maybe this is what we bring to Pure Flakes, is we write a wacky Will Ferrell-esque Christian comedy that's over the top and silly, and maybe a parody of another more successful movie, like a God is Dead, or God's Not Dead, but a parody of that, or something like along those lines. And just a broad, wacky character comedy.
Like, I feel like David A.R. White tried to do that with that Hollywood one.
We have
Mollywood Hollywood?
Yeah, doing Molly and Holly, I think is what it's called. Halfway between 9/11 and Heaven.
Holy Man Undercover.
That's the one. Which we have not talked about yet, but we will get to. Don't worry. It's amazing, apparently.
I cannot wait.
I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. Everyone is moving to Chicago at the end of this movie. How exciting.
Yeah. Boo, Greg Focker says.
Mm-hmm. How will the kids... I do like that as the movie's fading out, because Dustin Hoffman and Barbara Streisand say that they're moving to Chicago to be closer to the kids. They bought a house 2 doors down. Greg Focker's like, oh my God, please don't do that. And then Bobby De Niro's like, well, you can't move to town to be closer to the kids. To which Dustin Hoffman replies, well, how will the kids be Fockerized if we're not here? And Robert De Niro yells back at him, no one is being Fockerized. We got very tense in the Focker household.
Yeah. Honestly, the perfect ending to this movie. Maybe we should have watched this whole movie and gave it a go, but
no, this is the perfect ending.
You, listener.
Yeah, fuck you. You say that's the perfect ending, but the actual perfect ending is the credits scene where Bobby De Niro looks at his cat and goes, The internet is a powerful machine, Jinxie Cat. And I really appreciated that.
Well, this is why I think Jinxie Cat is coming back, and he's coming back better than ever.
Played by a different cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, played by a completely different cat. And they go, Jinxie Cat is 40 years old, and they go, that's Jinxie Cat. Once you pee in my dead dad's ashes, you're living forever.
Yeah. That's the secret to life.
Also, that cat can use the toilet, or maybe that's from a scary movie. I can't remember if the cat can...
Oh, that's this.
Is it? But
yeah.
I have a distinct memory of a cat, like, lighting a match and waving it out, and that's not from these movies. There's no way a cat lights a match.
Movie.
Well, what is that from? Date Night or some date movie? Like, it's got to be from one of those parodies. It's got to be from something like that.
I have no idea what it's from.
Epic
I know
movie?
that scene, but I don't know what it's from.
I hope it's not. I hope we're just remembering Meet the Parents, and a clearly puppet cat is lighting a match and waving it out and going, "Whoo, do not go in there, whoo," or something like that.
Maybe it was Spaceballs.
Maybe it was Spaceballs. Yeah, probably Spaceballs, actually. Yeah.
Groovy, baby.
Hey, do I make you horny, baby? Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is me in a nutshell. Help, how did I get in this nutshell? What kind of bloody great nut would have a shell like this?
It reels the mind. My favorite part of these credits is not even a part of the movie at all, but Netflix overlaid it with the last chance to watch Little Fockers is January 6th. So if you need to watch Little Fockers, get there before January 6th.
Oh, and don't forget to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Capitol insurrection on January 6th. Check it out. Celebrate that failed insurrection by watching Baby Fockers on Netflix.
Sponsored by Netflix, yeah. Insurrection.
Sponsored by Insurrection. Hey, Focker, what'd you think of Baby Fockers 2010?
I thought it was great. I was riveted at every scene. I couldn't believe Kevin Hart was in this movie.
Yeah.
And that really made it for me. What did you think of Christmas at Little Fockers?
Christmas Fockers. Christmas Fockers? Oh, it was right there this whole time. I love Eat Christmas Fockers. I can't wait for the 5-minute Disney short called Christmas Fockers. That's going to be a Disney Plus original. That's going to air on there next Christmas probably when they are preparing to make the Fockers TV series. Of course, they're going to make a Fockers series, of course.
Covered in paint.
Covered in paint. Is that what it's called? Fockers. Fockers, covered in paint.
I just want to see people covered in paint. And I think it plays well on film.
You know what? We don't judge anyone. We don't kink shame on this show. And if you want to see people covered in paint, then brother, I want you to be able to see them.
That's why I love Home Alone. When Curly gets covered in paint. Ooh wee.
All right, well. Until next Christmas, I love you.
Christmas oranges to all, and to all a good night.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
I'm just Jism. I'm just Greg Focker. I'm Greg Focker. I'm just Greg Focker.
That's great.
I'm just Jism. You're gonna miss it. I'm just Jism.
Yep.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
That's great.